Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I always post great content on either the Word of God, which is food for your spirit, or cooking. I also like to feed not just your spirit, but also your tummy. I post great stuff on fashion, you name it. So you can be sure that I will keep you engaged. Today I'm going to show you how I make moi-moi. Moi-moi is actually a Nigerian dish made with beans. The ingredients you would need are some black-eyed peas. I'm going to use 2 1-pound bags because I'm making a lot to share with my sisters. They love my cooking. So I'm using 2 1-pound bags of black-eyed peas. You don't have to use this much if you're only making a little bit. I'm also going to flavor with chicken flavor bouillon cubes. You're going to need corned beef. Some people like to put fish inside, like sardines, but today I just feel like putting corned beef, so I'm going to use corned beef. In my pepper mixture, I'm going to use 2 bell pepper. The red bell peppers give the moi-moi the color. I'm going to use 1 large onion, some garlic. I'm going to use about half of this garlic right here. I'm going to use 2 habanero pepper because I do like my stuff spicy. I like the heat. You're going to need some cooking oil. You're going to need some boiled eggs all sliced up. You're going to see later on. And of course you're going to need some aluminum foil to wrap the moi-moi in before you steam the moi-moi. So stay tuned. The first step is to soak your beans in water for about a couple of hours. It's best to soak it overnight, but if you didn't soak it overnight, just soak it in some water for a couple of hours. That would make the skin soft so that you can peel the beans easily. While the beans is soaking, I went ahead and prepared the things I'm going to put inside the beans and blend. I chopped up the large onion right there. I peeled about 6 cloves of garlic, and I chopped up the 2 red bell peppers, and I have my 2 habanero peppers right here. This I'm going to blend with the beans, as you're going to see later on. I also chopped up some eggs, some boiled eggs. This I'm going to put inside each moi-moi. Each moi-moi is going to be, each blended moi-moi mixture is going to be scooped inside aluminum foil. I'm going to show you how I prepare my aluminum foil. And you garnish, you put like 2 pieces of egg and some corned beef or sardine or whatever you like inside each foil before you steam it. Because anybody that eats moi-moi, they're looking forward to what's inside. It's like a happy surprise inside the moi-moi. In this case, I'm going to put some pieces of boiled egg and some pieces of corned beef in each moi-moi. So stay tuned. These are the foil that I have prepared. I made a lot because I'm making a lot of moi-moi to share. I'm going to show you how I prepare each of these. First, you will take a piece of foil about this size. If you want smaller size moi-moi, you can use less foil. If you want medium size moi-moi, about this size. You can either spray it with some cooking spray so that the moi moi will not stick on the foil, but I'm going to just drizzle with some oil like this. I'm going to drizzle with some oil. This is to prevent the moi moi from sticking. Now I'm going to fold the foil in half. Now I'm going to roll each side like this. And there you have it. Now you have a foil with an opening in the top where I'm going to put the moi moi mixture, the blended beans mixture, and then you close the top and you steam all your moi moi. The beans has been soaking for about 2 hours, so it's ready to be peeled. A lot of people peel the beans with their hands by rubbing their two hands together, but for me that doesn't work for me. When I do that, I don't get the skin off most of the beans. So what I'm going to do is put some of these beans in my blender with lots of water and blend, not really blend, just like put my blender on low and just whisk it. What that does is it loosens the skin from the beans, and then the skin floats to the top, and then I can separate the beans from the skin that way. This is some of the beans in my blender with lots of water. So I'm just going to pulse it a little bit, not enough to blend it. What I'm trying to do is separate the skin from the beans. So I'm going to put my blender on low and pulse it. This separates the beans from the skin. After separating the beans from the skin in the blender, you pour it into a large container, and then the peels float to the front, to the top, and then you can just pour off all the peels and end up with just peeled beans. When you're done separating the beans from the skin, this is what you should come up with. Something like this. Of course, there's still some beans with skin on it, but that's not going to make much of a difference. Now you're ready to add the pepper, onions, garlic, all the stuff I prepared earlier. You add it, and then this is what you blend. This is what is going to make the mixture that you're going to season with some bouillon cubes. You're going to put some oil, and let me just show you the skin. The skin that I separated from the beans looks like this. This is the skin. What I usually do with the skin is I add it to my compost pile outside. I try not to waste anything, and it's good for the environment. So stay tuned. All right, the beans is ready to be blended. I put some in the blender with some of the pepper, onions, garlic. I'm going to blend, and I put some water. You put enough water to blend, but not too much. You don't want your mixture to be too liquid, just enough to blend it smoothly. So I'm going to turn on my blender and when you finish blending all your beans and pepper, onion, garlic, this is what you should come up with. a mixture that is not too thin. You know, it should be thick. You don't want too much water. Now you're ready to season this mixture. I normally like to put some chicken flavored bouillon sprinkles in it. I have some already in powdered form, so I'm just gonna shake some, about a cup, because this is a lot. This is a lot of mixture, so, and I want it to taste good. And then I'm gonna add some oil, about 2 cups of oil. If you're not making a whole batch like this, you can just use 1 cup of oil. You know, you want to put enough oil to make this mixture glisten, you know. So I'm going to drizzle my oil like that. And then you keep on mixing and mixing. Now I'm ready to scoop them into the foil that I prepared, and inside each foil I'm going to put 2 pieces of boiled egg and 1 piece of corned beef. So stay tuned. Before you start wrapping your moi moi for steaming, you prepare your pot. You put some water in a big pot, and then I like to put some foil inside like this, just to create a place where I can stack the moi moi, and then I cover the pot so that it can steam very well. All right, you guys, I'm ready to start assembling my moi moi. This is my mixture, the blended beans with the pepper and onions and garlic. This is my corned beef. This is my boiled egg, and these are my foil that I prepared. I have wrapped all the moi moi and I've put them in the big pot. Each of them look like this. They're medium size. So now I'm going to cover the pot and let it steam. Make sure there's enough water. Before the hour is up, you may need to put some more water to continue the steaming. So I'm going to cover the pot and let it steam for about an hour. This is the moi moi boiling in the pot. I'm going to touch it. It looks like they're done. They're just about done. This is one of the moi moi before I unwrap it. This is the moi moi after I unwrapped it. Look at the inside. It has the boiled egg and the corned beef. Now it's time to taste it. All right, everyone, it's time to taste. Try some. It tastes really good. Can I have some more?